Hello, friends! Today's story is about the turtle who raced the wind. In the heart of a quiet, whispering forest where the trees stretched tall and the sun painted golden freckles on the ground lived a little turtle named Timo. Timo wasn't the strongest or the cleverest, and he certainly wasn't the fastest. He was quiet, kind, and thoughtful, always the one to stop and admire a mushroom or help a beetle cross the path. But he was also slow, very, very slow. The other animals liked Timo, they really did. But they often didn't notice when he was left behind. The squirrels would zoom up the trees in a blink. The rabbits raced across the meadows in big, joyful leaps. Even the ants, tiny as they were, marched faster than Timo could walk. Sometimes he'd arrive at a gathering just as it ended. Sometimes he'd say, "Wait for me!" But the wind carried his voice away. And sometimes he just quietly turned around and went home. More than anything, Timo wished he could be fast just once to keep up to belong. One crisp morning, as the sun rose through the mist, a powerful breeze swept through the forest. It twirled leaves in the air, rattled the branches, and bruised past Timo's shell with a playful tug. As the wind calmed, something strange happened. A single glowing leaf floated down, soft and shimmering, and landed right in front of Timo's feet. It glowed golden, almost humming, and then a gentle whisper echoed from the breeze. "Make one wish, but use it wisely." Timo looked at his short legs, his heavy shell, and the empty path ahead. He closed his eyes and whispered, "I wish I could be the fastest animal in the forest." Suddenly, his shell glowed with a light as bright as the morning sun. With a gust of wind, whoosh! Timo zipped forward like a green comet. He flew past deer and danced over rivers. He dashed through treetops and looped around owls mid-flight. He left a trail of spinning leaves and wide-eyed stares behind him. "Look at me!" Timo shouted. "I'm fastest in the wind!" He laughed, spinning through the air, feeling unstoppable. For a while it was amazing, but soon something changed. Timo sped past a patch of wildflowers he used to love. He tried to stop, but he was already miles away. He zoomed by a group of friends, playing under a tree, but before he could wave, there were dots in the distance. He saw a hedgehog struggling to roll upright, but couldn't slow down to help. He tried calling out, but his voice was lost in the speed. Timo was fast, but now he was also alone. The next day, the forest animals invited him to join a race. They were curious and a little excited to see what he could do. Timo lined up proudly. The wind whistled through the trees. The squirrel winked. The rabbit stretched its legs. The badger clapped from the sidelines. "Ready, set, go!" In a blink, Timo crossed the finish line. He had won! He was the fastest, but when he turned around, he noticed something. The animals weren't upset about losing. They were cheering for each other. The fox high-fived the raccoon. The mouse laughed as the owl gently teased the slow wings. They were racing together, but they were connected, and Timo was alone at the finish line. That night, under the stars, Timo walked back to the place where the glowing leaf had first landed. The forest was quiet. The wind had softened, then like magic, a gentle breeze swirled once more, and the glowing leaf appeared again, drifting from the sky like a tiny lantern. Timo looked at his reflection in a puddle, fast, sleek, and far from who he had been. He whispered, "I want to go back to being slow." The leaf glowed warmly. There was a flash of golden light, and Timo felt the familiar, comforting weight of his shell again. This time he didn't mind. From then on, Timo still moved slowly, but never alone. When he wandered the forest, his friend often joined him. They slowed down. They noticed things they had never seen before. a butterfly laying eggs under a leaf, a mushroom growing in the shape of a heart, a songbird's tune that you could only hear if you were still. Timo had discovered something important. Being fast felt exciting, but being present felt meaningful. And walking slowly with friends, talking, laughing, sharing moments, that was better than winning any race. So, dear friends, in a world that rushes, it's okay to take your time. It's better to go slow with friends than fast alone. The learning from the story is, speed doesn't always lead to joy. Sometimes the slowest steps bring the closest hearts. Hope you enjoyed the tale!